Hey team, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Corey Stickland and I am an aspiring life coach and advocate for powerful life transformation. And today is Book Review Friday. So every Friday I aim to release one video on a book I've read. It's going to be a little bit different today because I have not finished reading this book. Actually, correction. I have read this book before, but I'm actually reading it again, and I haven't finished it a second time. So today's book we have Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. Very controversial character in the world due to some of his history, but Jordan, I feel and think, he sort of realized he's made a big error in being a bit sketchy in his previous, but I think he's doing a tremendous job of rewriting his wrongs, so to speak, as best as how people who haven't necessarily done such bad things at a tremendous scale. It's kind of hard to comprehend how you might feel if you have, and all the judgment around it. Surrounding that. So anyways, I'll get straight into it. So who is Jordan Belfort? Jordan Belfort is a world-class communicator, sales trainer, author, and I think he's a pretty cool guy. Seems like a pretty cool guy. And if you aren't too aware, he has a movie depicting his life, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Very awesome. I think it was a very well directed movie. Great script, great filming overall. I would definitely highly recommend. Anyways, back to the book. All right, so in the book, Jordan shares his sales process with the reader. But not only does he share the sales process, he also gives a bit of a background on how it came to be. So Jordan was in his office one day with his sales team, sales force, and he was wondering why only himself and another partner was doing quite well in terms of closing sales, and he was wondering why his team wasn't doing so well. So he had committed a moment in time to really figuring it out. He sat down his whole team, and having gone through the process, what came out of it is what he calls is the straight line sales system. I think that's what it's called, straight line selling system. So in this book, he covers how to sell, and it's a very interesting read, and I think it's really helpful for anyone who is trying to sell anything, whether it be a product, a service, or an idea. And I think sales skills is a really powerful skill, but I think it's also quite controversial because a majority of the world or the audience has a negative connotation around sales, but unconsciously they're trying to sell all the time. If your kid's not buying into the idea of going to university, if your kid's not buying into the idea of why you have certain rules and regulations, you're trying to sell to them, as to why, and hopefully they'll buy into it. So I definitely recommend Way of the Wolf to anyone and everyone. Primarily, I would say if you're in sales, I would say it's a good start. If you're a parent that's trying to figure out how to sell to their kids, I'd recommend this book. And yeah, definitely it's a very good read, very straightforward, very clear, concise, and not too boring. There's a lot of entertaining concepts or dialogue in the book itself. So that is Book Review Friday for each and everyone out there putting in the work towards your goals, your dreams and aspirations. I, Corey Stickland, support you all the way through. Dream big, dream far, dream wide, and dream long, and really, put some actions towards your words. So Have an amazing week, and I look forward to sharing again on Sunday for our self care. Let's go.